It's now my great pleasure to invite Grace Kelly to the stage. Not the original Grace Kelly, this is another lovely Grace Kelly. Grace is 23 years old. She has a younger brother with Prader-Willi syndrome. She's actually the eldest of 3 children. And she's an early childhood educator at a preschool in Griffith, which is in the country area. She lives with her partner and 2 cats, but she's going to discuss something with you that I'd like you all to consider. Probably not too many people who we are directing this at are in the room, but families can take this message back. Thanks, Grace.
Hi everyone, my name is Grace Kelly. I'm 23 years old and a proud big sister of 2 younger brothers, one of which has PWS. I'm here today to express the possible need for access to sibling support. This idea is under construction and we are open to any suggestions regarding how this could work. Our hope is for an informal arrangement. It may look like a Zoom meeting every 3 months or possibly a sibling register of phone numbers for siblings to access when they need someone to talk to. I'd like to share with you all some of my story as a sibling to a child with PWS. I was 11 years old when Tobias was born. My mum was flown to Canberra Hospital and Tobias arrived 6 weeks early. I know I was scared when mum was being airlifted, and a baby arriving early isn't a great start to new life. Nothing could have prepared us for the diagnosis of a lifelong disability. My parents and Toby spent 6 weeks in Canberra Hospital, to which I only visited once. Looking back now, I realise I was scared to see my mum and new baby brother in such a vulnerable state. It wasn't the thought of the 4-hour drive with my grandparents that put me off. As I flick through the photos to include here today, I found the photos of Toby when he was first born. The image of the tiny baby in the incubator with the sunken chest and tubes everywhere never gets easier to see and is forever embedded in my brain, as well as the smell of the NICU. Do I need to flick? Oh, okay. Sorry. Tobias's early years were spent learning his capabilities and what life with PWS could look like. This brought anxiety on all of us. I remember Tobes being expressionless for a long time and us always pushing for a smile, a noise or a giggle. And when we got it out of him, it was the best feeling. Tobias did learn to walk and talk eventually, which gave us a sense of normality not everyone is blessed with. By the time I started high school, Tobias was a local legend, known and loved for his curls, curiosity and cuddles, amongst other antics. Tobes would approach anyone and ask them, "What's your name? Do you have a dog? Does it jump?" Toby could talk to anyone of any age. I remember a lady getting emotional because he reminded her of someone she had lost. Toby is a special boy and has been from the start. He has always given anyone he interacts with a sense of happiness and love. He has the ability to make anyone and everyone he meets feel special, which is quite ironic when he is the one who is so incredibly special. And of course, everyone loves his character and old soul, but I often felt like no one could see the struggles we endured at home. The needles every night, not eating sweets in front of him, the behavioural challenges, the stress on my parents. Everyone always asked how Toby was and reminded me how beautiful he is, but what about me and Clancy? At times it made me angry, sometimes I felt isolated and guilty. It's not Toby's fault, he has PWS, he can't control it. I know I told Mum how it felt, but there wasn't a lot she could do but reassure me that it was a normal feeling because we lived it every day. At this stage, we became close with 2 families from a neighbouring town who also had a child each with PWS after Tobes was born, which is crazy considering how rare it is. But I was happy that we had people experiencing the same thing as us so close to home. I was fortunate enough to meet one of my best friends in high school, who is also the eldest of 3 and has a brother with special needs. She gave me a different level of understanding and friendship in such a crucial time in my life, which I'll cherish forever. But not every PWS sibling is fortunate enough to have that kind of friendship and support like I did. A sibling support system could bring a sense of understanding to siblings trying to diffuse their emotions of guilt, anger or resentment towards or because of their sibling with PWS. It could bring humour and light to things only we could understand. From experience, I know siblings can feel like their needs are pushed aside due to their PWS sibling. But as an adult, I can see that we were and continue to try our best, and my brother and I were not loved any less because Tobias needed extra attention. Thank you. That's all from me. Thanks. Beautiful. Okay, I'm going.
The idea of getting Grace to speak to you all today is to try and generate the formation of a siblings group. Now, we tried it many years ago and it worked well, but it didn't continue because we couldn't continue promoting it. But we know that there are many siblings of children, adults with PWS who don't really have someone else to talk to about exactly what they're going through and don't have someone to support them. And as Grace said, everybody asks about how's the child with PWS, but they don't always ask about the other siblings. So we would like to start a sibling group. Grace is going to head this for us, and it will possibly be a Zoom group, so it can be around Australia and including New Zealand and other countries as well. We will keep you posted, but anybody who is interested, please email info@pws.org.au, and that's how we're going to start.